Okay, it's going to be in the, my fault. It's going to be in the 60s. Do you do you think that this is still going to connect to, since this is New York, to the rest of the MCU characters in the MCU? And
Oh
like this
yeah.
is supposed to be, and
Oh
like
yeah.
this is just a
I think
past.
they're trying to force it, honestly. But I
I
feel
could
like
even see
that's
Captain
very big though.
America, them referencing him since he would have been alive during that time, but
Be-
albeit an
Well,
alternate reality version.
or you build it like still like Frozen or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, but he would have like because World War II would have happened by then.
it would have happened
But
already, so he would have been referenced in some way.
I don't I don't know how blurry this is, but hold on, I'm just going to bring this up close. So, can you guys see my mouse right here?
oh yeah, I can see it.
All right, so apparently this Flatiron building is the Daily Bugle.
Good day to do. Sorry.
And then this is this is supposed to be the church that Ben Grimm is at, and then I think Mole Man is going to be over here in the East River. So
And I don't think we'll see what's his name. I don't think we'll see J. Jonah Jameson. I don't think that'll be the case.
no. I mean, the Daily Bugle wouldn't have existed yet, but like, I don't know if it could be like an Easter egg or cameo, or do you think this film is going to take like this entire film is going to be in the 60s? Do you think they're going to give us a time jump at all?
Probably towards the end of the movie or the credit scene, we'll get a time jump where they're somehow sucked into like current 2024 or 2025 MCU, and they're kind of lost and wondering like what happened and
Oh yeah.
what did Victor Von do, like what did Doctor Doom do to get them there.
There's them bullshit ass sweaters and shit they got on. They look like they're dated.
Yeah, I definitely do feel some type of way about that too. I'm just like, well, because I think it's in an alternate timeline where it is 1960s, but it's like
Mhm.
kind of a little bit almost like parallel.
Yeah, it's the first
But
step.
I
That's
feel
what
like
it's called. Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like they're trying to not only write off that like nostalgia wave, like what Captain Marvel tried doing with the '90s thing,
Mhm.
but also like,
Sweet.
oh well, the Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family, so there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of it because I'm just like, character wise, that can probably mess somebody up. Like, look at Captain America and stuff, You went from like the 40s all the way up to like 2010. And I'm like, yeah, you would kind of think that would affect somebody, like their friends, their families and stuff probably are no longer around and all that. So I'd be like, yeah. So I just don't feel like you can do that with the. Right. But I'm just like, for the Fantastic Four, though, I'm just like, that's a lot to do with them because,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Could you guys possibly, or like, is there anything from the past MCU films that you can see Stark Enterprise having any kind of footprint in this film, or like Tony's father or anything like that?
Yeah, I could see maybe Howard Stark references here and there. Hell, I could probably even see a Hank Pym reference since him and Howard Stark worked around that same time as well too.
They did.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And-
that is inevitable. They will definitely do that.
Howard. Yeah, I can see it.
Any chance you think we could see a young Nick Fury?
Well, actually, hold on. Let me reverse that. Howard Stark going forward in the comics, or Howard Stark going forward as a prequel type shit in the MCU?
Prequel to the MCU, yes. Referencing the
Well, I doubt that is because remember in Iron Man, when he took the plans from the Stark Expo shit, reinverted on himself. His dad had a whole recording saying, "I'm limited by the resources of my time," and so just he wouldn't have been able to produce what we're expecting of him right now to do that. So it wouldn't be Howard Stark, in my opinion. He just in the MCU adaptation. He would just be nothing that he could create in the MCU adaptation would be on par with Iron Man. Because I mean, like I said, in Iron Man 2, he's shown that hey, I can't do this. You have to do that, and Iron Man, apparently following his father's plans, created a new element which allowed his arc reactor to work great. And honestly, in the MCU, that was supposed to be him establishing the new element, vibranium, but they just killed that story and just went with the Black Panther's vibranium. But anyway, I digress.
Okay. Do you think the Fantastic Four is going to make it to Secret Wars? Because I'm starting to think that they'll. Okay.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. You don't think in the Doomsday could we lose any of the members of the Fantastic Four?
No.
Nah,
we're not losing that.
Unless they give somebody the Quicksilver treatment, but nah.
Nope.
Okay.
If you do, then you'll get another one right away on some variant time shit, probably.
Yeah, if anything, they'll just bring back Chris Evans to play Johnny Storm again if they decide to kill off Human Torch.
No, you got Loki in the background that's got the stories. He can interject his ass anytime he wants to. And people are going to be like, oh my God, that's right.
All right, so.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
So. Moving forward, so anybody in here familiar with the Doomsday story itself?
Which storyline is it from, or which title?
I personally can't make that much of a reference. I'm really calling this out because I'm trying to figure out the direction this Fantastic Four film's going to go and how important it's going to be moving forward, considering that Doomsday is probably going to follow up, and that's probably when we'll actually see Doom.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, all right. So what has to happen in this Fantastic Four film for that could give us some Easter eggs or some clarity of what's to happen in Doomsday?
I don't think we'll go ahead and get the traditional bullshit origin stories, because I think everyone knows who they are. So you might even start this film off with them already. I take that back. Nope, never mind. I've seen some of the trailer shit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an origin story again.
It's going to be an origin story.
Maybe not that much time. We could say
maybe
that.
not so much time dedicated to the origin, but Galactus is going to be in all that as well. So
I don't think.
I don't know.
Mole Man's being confirmed. There's more than one villain.
Oh, you'd probably be like, well, hate to put down the Mole Man, but he might be a one-off or something.
Yeah, he'll be a joke villain.
Because Ben Grimm has some sort of a crash, and like it looks like there's a bunch of gravel everywhere as well. I don't know if that's him landing back on Earth or however they want to do it.
Yeah.
But
Ben Grimm.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no. What I was saying earlier was, I think you might be right the first time, Bundle, about they could probably just introduce them already, and they might show like some like recorded scenes or something like that of like they had their powers or something like that, they had their powers, but before they had their powers, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, like let the scene of who they were before go on. Like while they're also telling the story of present day, you know what I mean? You know how films do. So
that's what it's in the
tell the past story adjacent simultaneously while they're telling what they're going through right now. I could see that, you know what I mean? What they went through in the beginning. What they went through in the beginning, prior years, why they have such dated clothing, why they have such dated, whatever like that, but then simultaneously showing this is where they are now, since they've been in the Fantastic Four for 20, 30, 40 plus years, however long they want to progress the story. I mean, I can see that happening, but who knows? We haven't got anything that would tell us that that's a fact. So, we're wishful thinking.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, was it Maul or was it you, SSJ, that said we kind of need like a nice, grounded, like, superhero story that doesn't like have a bunch of other superheroes in it?
Yeah, we were both talking about that because that's what they're doing with a lot of these movies. Like, for example, we were talking about Spider-Man. They were talking about how they don't want that to be street level. They want that to still have multiverse elements whenever Spider-Man